Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started. Pull it. Figo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Not the most accurate pass.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Ondrej Shevchenko, poacher, predator and punisher.
Tonali, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's an excellent interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, and he's through the middle. Well timed, excellent interception. Maldini gets it clear. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, well played. Guardiola. There's the hit! Goal! Bayern Munich! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Bayern Munich have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Maldini is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's found a way through. Messi. Shevchenko proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And he's there to get it away. But they've got it again. 30 minutes gone. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Neymar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And Shevchenko! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He is through here! And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. So, another set play. Tonali.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
David Villa. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mateus.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. And that is out of play. Cruyff. Here's Cannavaro. And it's Neymar.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That is a brilliant interception. And it's half-time here. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Right, Shevchenko. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Decent hit! David Villa. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Maldini. Shevchenko.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready.
Hits one! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Defending was strong and firm. Guardiola. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
David Villa. Gullit can get it clear. And it's Figo. He's had it taken off him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And he skips past his man. Oh, important interception. Messi. David Villa. Messi. Can he get it through? Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Oh, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And it's Guardiola. Passes short and sharp. He's gone for goal! He's tried one! And that's off target.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Villa, numero 10, Messi, numero 11, Neymar, numero 18,
Mbappe.
numero 13. Lasciano il campo per
Bullet.
il numero 9.
Nicely
il numero
intercepted.
22, il numero 15.
Has a look and plays it forward.
Il numero
And it's
23,
Ribery.
Fernando
No joy
Torres,
this time.
il numero 8.
Cleared
Cambio di
without
giocatore.
complication.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think that
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here.
keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Can he put it away? And it's in. There seemed no way back, but they are level. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Inter Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
Well, there's the clearance. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Bigo did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although...
Torres! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Deftly done.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Interesting ball. Strong running down that left flank. Ribery. And that's not going to reach. And time is up. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Now the finish! He scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. And it's Messi. Neymar. Davids. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Cruyff. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. That's played into space. It's a pretty loose pass. Spread it left. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
No. And Cruyff! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. That has ended up in no man's land. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nice sequence of passes, this. Cruyff! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish right from the top draw! Inter are back in business! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Neymar. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Eto'o. Oh, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And here's Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? Mbappe! Can he put it away? It's Alonso! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
30 minutes gone. That has not gone well. Camavinga. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Inter Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
And here's Eto'o. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Now that's well seen too. And it's Cruyff. Camavinga. Mbappe. Guardiola. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Torres. And this is... And the shot! Marvellous goal!
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Big chance! And he hits the net. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Inter Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Cruyff, Xavi Alonso, now Mbappe. He could be in here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And we hit half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Pass somewhat off target. Maldini. Davids, Beckenbauer, and it's Cruyff. Torres, and he's found the way past. Maldini with the clearance. Cruyff, and it's Cruyff. Well, we expected better, and so did he. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Neymar! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
That is good strength. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Mbappe. Messi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Mbappe. Eto'o. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Fernando Torres. Decent hit! Oh, good-looking ball. Cruyff. Davids. Eto'o. Maldini. Some really good ball movement. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's the chance to counter. Fiddles it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Eto'o. Lobbed in behind. No, that's been intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence.
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's a nicely... And Cruyff! It's in! Back to within one! Interesting!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Sostituzione per l'Inter, numero 9.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change.
Numero 6.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan did really well.
Oh, what a climb! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
That looks a cracking ball.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That was good alertness. Now it's Eto'o. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Eto'o unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Guardiola. Guardiola!
Sostituzione per l'Inter, numero 11, Neymar, numero 23, Fernando Torres, lasciano il campo per il numero 15,
Chiellini gets it away.
il numero 18.
Nicely aimed pass.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Chiellini cuts out the pass. And here's Eto'o. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's certainly onside here. And the shot! It's in! And that is goal number 20. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
That's just brilliant counter.
And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. Neymar. Can he put it away? Unspoilen kindly here. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack.
Real chance! Goal! Barcelona!
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than... Torres! Sticks it away! You score, we score!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Fernando Torres really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Luis Suarez. He's through here. Pass somewhat off target. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Saliba. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Referee has just said play on. Mbappe. It's Camavinga. Oh, super find. And the shot! And it's been given away. And another try! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Barcelona take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's one-on-one! Shot could be... Eto'o! It's a goal! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Well, that has changed things. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well read, and the danger is averted. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, taken with style. And they are dragging it back. Game on again.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Gets his pass away. Picks out Brit, shapes to shoot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Oh, he's been caught napping! Defending of the desperate variety. Camavinga! Oh, that was close. Looking for options for movement. He's had a hit! Messi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rodri. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, important interception. The final seconds now. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, this looks sharp. And the referee brings the first half to a close. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che tra poco sul maxi schermo saranno trasmessi gli orari dei treni speciali.
That gets things going for the second half.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bastoni makes the interception. Neymar. Good effort first time.
Fernando Torres really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Messi, nicely aimed pass. Aim forwards. Luis Suarez, and the shot! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Oh, well played, well played.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Now it's Camavinga, Fernando Torres, and he's there to belt it away.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è
60 minutes
di
play.
80.607 spettatori.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Luis Suarez. There's the hit! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bastoni cuts it out. And that is as far as they're going to go. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Great defending, strong and determined. Bastoni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Suarez. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. Messi tries making a foray down the right. And now the hit! It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Now that's a fine challenge. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had it taken off him. Nice interception, well timed. Guardiola. Eto'o. Now it's Neymar. And they can counter here. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's played him through. Saliba. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Neymar. Shot a goal! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11 Neymar. Numero 10 Messi. Lasciano il campo per il numero 15 Ribéry.
That has been cut short. Luis Suarez. Now it's Eto'o. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Bastoni gets across to intercept that. Aimed beyond the defence. That's really well manoeuvred. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
One-sided.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Chance! Goal! Inter! First blood drawn. Reflections on the goal?
Oh, I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that is expertly dealt with. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Rice. David Villa. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Yamal carries the ball down the right. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well-timed, excellent interception. Rice. Rice cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
He's through, now is he in? David Villa! What a hit, what a hit! A rocket and some! About as smooth as it gets! Lorient back on level terms! Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neymar, and through to the goalkeeper.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball. And Messi! And we have our very first corner. In for a header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
No way through, so back it comes. Rice. And it's played forward. Pass is just off target. That's a sharp pass. Now there's a shot at goal! It's anyone's ball now. Rodri, and the counter is on. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he cuts out the supply. Tonali spots it and intercepts. That's really well manoeuvred. He's found a way through. That's good play. Guardiola did well to stay calm there. There's the whistle for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And he's let fly! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tonali. Inter Milan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
That's an excellent interception. No foul, says the referee. That has been cut short. DiMarco goes on a charge down the left. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Rodri. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Pass somewhat off target. Chouameni. Rodri. Yamal. Good-looking ball. Well, they can break here. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Cleared without complication. And he's managed to get free. Guardiola gets across and deals with it. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. DiMarco. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Neymar. Well, that looks a good ball through. Mbappe. Rice. And that is a little undercooked. DiMarco. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Neymar, who does have an assist to his name.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11, Neymar. Numero
Bumps
10,
him off it and wins back the ball.
Messi. Numero 18.
And that's a
Lasciano
throw.
il campo per il numero 15, Ribéry. Il numero 22, il numero 23, Fernando Torres. Attenzione,
He
un
steps
cambio.
in, and that's the end of that. No joy this time. Well, they've got it again. Mbappe! Caught offside that time.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Great hit! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Looking for options for movement.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Diogo Dalot deals with that comfortably.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mbappe! Fernando Torres. He's had a hit! Goal! Inter! And again they hit the front. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Inter Milan go into the lead.
Oh, this is fully deserved.
Ribéry! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Inter Milan have their second corner now. Tries a header! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's gone loose. Can he get onto this? Adams driving forwards.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's Bale! Final ball not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. Tchouaméni gets over and intercepts. Hakimi. He can run onto that. Vitz. It's Ribéry. Now it's Vitz. Oh, super find. Fernando Torres. There's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gets his head to it! Oh, should really have made more. And that's that. Inter Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Inter clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous
Chance!
Oh, surely that deserved better.
Fernando Torres deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Mbappe, Maldini gets a foot in here. Has a look and plays it forward.
Kaka really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
In with the challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Kaka. He could be in here. Has a go! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Nicely spread. Rummenigge gets a good foot in there.
And Peter, you can't watch a match like this and not mention such a busy little player like Deco, who just never stops.
Yeah, he always wants the ball and he always uses it well.
Very influential.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. They've got a corner here.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Kaka! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Inter Milan really could have done without this. So the most significant moment of the game. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Rummenigge. Camavinga.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now, what about a counter-attack? Kaká. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Deco. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Hullet. Guardiola. That is good alertness. Kaká. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Kaká. Rummenigge. Lunin catches it safely. Defending was strong and firm. Thuram. Looking for options for movement. Goes back. Gets his pass away. Pass is just off target. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Kaká. Rummenigge. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Deco. And now the breakaway. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is good strength. Guardiola. And Garcia. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. And it's Fernando Torres. Mbappe. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Iran are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs, and the half-time score, 1-0.
Invitiamo tutti i tifosi a dare il proprio contributo alla nostra fondazione per l'aiuto alle popolazioni più povere. Attenzione, un cambio.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Thinks one through.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now it's Gnabry.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He gets big! Harmlessly behind.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, that's well spotted. Great ball if he can get there. Fernando. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. Inter are back in business. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
i giocatori.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Fernando Torres.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Spread neatly. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Deco. So what can they make of this? And it's Deco. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. There's the shot! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Maldini proves too strong. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Can he get it through? Oh, he's onto this. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Iran are making a change now. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Guardiola! That was travelling. Now it's Neymar. Forwards and with intent. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Done delicately. Oh, what a mistake! Well, played right into his path. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. He is through here!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Messi. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's having a go! And that would have been game, set and match.
Guardiola really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10, Messi. Numero 9, numero 6.
It's a mighty effort!
Il numero 22.
He will be livid with himself.
Il numero 13.
That has been cut short. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Ronaldinho. And the finish! Goal! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
This is quite a battle.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
He's through here. He's got to be in here. Can he finish? Ronaldinho with a definite foul there. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Fran Garcia cuts out the pass. He's got plenty of space out wide here. It's Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Fernando Torres. Big chance! It's anyone's ball now. Neymar. He's got the shot away! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Neymar has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Oh, smashing header! And he's there to belt it away. And we're done. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.